What's up guys, KG, Rough to be Buff TV. We're back with another tutorial today. This is going to be a basic squat and lunge series. So the first exercise that we're going over here is just a base squat. This is for people that are getting into a fitness program, that are beginner level, general population type people. We're tracking the hips back, making sure that the back is staying straight. Now, if you can see from the frontal view, we want to make sure that the knees are tracking properly. They're not heavily caving in. You want the crease of your hips, basically where your pockets are, top of your pockets are, to get below or even with the knee crease. Ideally, you want to get it below. And you can see I'm switching up my base here. So now we got the toes externally rotated. This is going to be considered kind of a wide-based or a plie squat. Making sure the knees are tracking nice and wide, and at any time during any movement, especially body weight, make sure that everything is controlled and that you're stabilizing properly. As always, the knees tracking. Now, if you want to really blast those quads, you guys can go with a narrow-based squat. If you have really tight calves, this might be a little difficult because you may not have the flexion in the ankle to get as deep as you would like into a close stance squat. Really gets the quads burning. So now we're moving on to a bodyweight lunge, and feel free to pause this video at any time and look at how we're setting up the feet with the back toe. The front foot is flat. The spine should be stacked nice and straight, and as you can see, I'm getting low enough to where my back knee is tapping the ground. I'm going to switch out legs here just so you can kind of get a different view. And I'm controlling. Now, as far as the distancing between your front and your back foot, you're going to have to base that off of wherever you feel comfortable during the movement. So sometimes you can go with a very narrow base, you could go with a really wide base. Now, this is an example of what we do not want to see. We don't want to see that knee caving in. You want to keep it out. Slowly down. Your adductor is going to be pulling kind of tight. That was a movement error. So make sure that if you guys have that problem, that you're keeping that knee out. Quick progression of the exercise is to add in some dumbbells, and you can see I'm keeping my shoulders back and down. My chest is open. I think these are 45-pound dumbbells. You can start at whatever you feel comfortable. I'm getting a good base, and balance is going to be an issue if you're getting into lunging. Even if you're going and moving along with this video right now, if you're trying these exercises, this is going to challenge your balance a little bit, so it's a good thing. Lunge patterns are extremely important to put into everybody's programming. Now here we have a step back lunge into single leg balance. So now we just talked about that balance aspect of lunging. This is just making it a little bit more proprioceptively more difficult. I'm stepping back, my posture is still high, I'm driving that knee up, and then I'm flexing up the toe. Now you can try putting the hands over the head. You're going to get some extension in the spine, trying to activate your shoulders. Nothing really changes. This isn't anything too fancy. We're just trying to get more extension, more muscles working on the back side, your posterior chain. And as you practice, obviously you're going to get better. That goes with anything. The next progression would be some walking lunges. You can see I'm taking a nice large step. I'm sinking low. That back knee is just tapping the ground. You don't want it to be clacking on the pavement. Walking lunge, single leg balance. Now you can kind of see a reoccurring theme here as we move through this tutorial. Now I'm walking lunge, I'm doing 2 pulse lunges into a single leg balance. So these are all small, subtle changes you can make on the fly, and a lot of these you can progress through rather quickly. This is not in rewind. These are actually reverse lunges. You see I'm stepping back, I'm pushing off the front leg. We're moving quickly, guys. We're going into the side lunge. So you want your base to look like a letter A. We're sitting the hips back and down. I want you to take a look at the feet. Feet are pointed straight ahead. My heels are down. The chest is coming forward, and you're literally pushing your butt back, chest forward. I don't want to see any daylight underneath those feet. You can try raising up the hands if you're having a hard time keeping your back straight. Nice, good depth. Just don't want to get the hip about as deep as the knees. Now you can see from a lateral point of view here, I'm going to set the shoulders, back stays straight. You sit the hips back, chest comes forward, squeeze the glutes at the top. Every time you're coming up from a squat or a side lunge, you want to extend through the hips and squeeze the glutes. This is me just reaching out here, sitting the hips back, and then you can also go overhead And you can see from my wrist basically to my tailbone, I'm trying to stay relatively straight. And that does make the exercise quite a bit more difficult. Jumping lunges, do not try these if you have not tried the other lifts, please. Just because this looks the coolest, this is one of the more advanced progressions. You want to have good stability before you go into this and learn how to absorb your impact. It's extremely important anytime you're doing any type of jumping. Now, looky Lou, walking lunges, holding on to some dummies, keep that chest open, activate those lats, walk around like your shit don't stink, like Superman, big chest. Nice big long steps and stretch out the hamstrings and the glutes, and you can play with your distancing on your steps. You can take some big steps, some short steps. You can walk towards the camera and set these dumbbells down just like I'm about to do here.
Oh man, okay. That's the lunge series. And I think we covered quite a few different lunges today. Body weight, step back, balancing, jumping. What else do we do? Backward lunging, side lunging. I'm giving away the bank for free. You just come in and take the money. I'm out of breath. KG, lunge series. And I also want to cover the basic squat. I know there's a lot of people that are at the very beginning stages of their fitness, and I'm here to help you. So hopefully you guys are finding this content useful, and everything can be progressed. Just add a little bit of weight. Make sure your form's tight. Take a look at where the toe alignment is, where the knees are tracking, how straight the back is. All that stuff I just talked about. I'm KG. This is Rough to Be Buff TV. I'm feeling good. It's Tuesday. You guys have a great day. I appreciate it.